bust.
How did he even get here? Did he just teleport?
Sometimes they do that.
Sneaky jabby.
No clip. A wizard. I hate wizards.
Okay.
Stupid pointy hats. No action. Heroic all the way up in connector. Could have busted down the door. Could have flown up into the bathrooms instead.
They're waiting for the double push, I think.
Yeah, they go back. But guess who's got two guns?
But yeah, they're waiting for the double push, but I don't think they're anticipating... Oh, there's a short play. How quiet have Vitality been? Stown trying to give him a seed of doubt here. And Spinks, he might come up big in this moment. Oh, no. They're so close.
Oh, but awkward. Shush didn't have his gun ready. Bomb gets thrown. Spinks won't get a chance at a third kill, but Magisk...
Oh!
Had to have been impactful, and instead it's a chance for Heroic to just tuck tail and head the other way. Spinks doesn't waste a second, goes sprinting up into this A site.
Daddy dupreeh.
Gotta lay it down. Here's the rumblings of Stown. There's the contact against TessS. He knows where both players are at. Apex should be running up. dupreeh can't buy a kill. Couldn't buy one if he tried. Apex found out to be on the flank, down to 36 health. It's not a lot of HP for the Heroic players, but they outnumber him. That's for damn sure. He tries to jump across, and Vitality will mess up the layup.
I mean, it does come down to fragging right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Stown even alive to get onto the site because of Magisk almost using his full clip in this situation. His full mag, trying to stop him from coming out of the door. And then, you know, as bad as TessS misses, he still gets to kill in the end. They just needed one of those, and it wouldn't have been easy to make that rotation happen. Gotta clean it up. That's just aim. That's just aim.
Literally, shoot them in the face.
Yeah, and I just mean, you know, that's just aim practice. You know what I mean? Like, be as sharp. I mean, of course, it's hard to keep up with the players who are, like, grinding nonstop, who have yet to achieve that kind of thing, but you got to. And at the end of the day,
not everybody can be a fame, but you got to do better than that.
You know, with no utility, there's no excuse. You're not getting outplayed. You're taking a duel you want to participate in.
On your terms, with the first shot.
Yeah.
And the health advantage.
Yeah. So, I mean, how else can you dress it up? Well, Heroic, they want it to be here too. Overpass, their pick. Now, pistol round in.
Peacemaker putting a lot of stock in Heroic CT side, saying nobody else in the world plays it better. Shush. He'll be caught out by dupreeh. This 5-7 versus... Ooh, hold on. There's the aim. 2 more kills at the very least, and almost a chance to kill Cadian. A round too late, but impact's impact, I suppose. It at least racks up the price tag for Heroic's second round win.
Yeah, the pistol was worth more, but still almost 10 grand down here, so a very successful eco round for Vitality, or a little force in, which is nice. I'm with Peacemaker. Heroic insane on the CT side, also very good on the T side. I've always been innovators on this map, I think. Call them Heroic grenades when you see that triple nade come through outside of B. Vitality have 3 wins on this map, but I don't think they beat any competition nearly as good as Heroic. They beat Fnatic, Evil Geniuses, and Astralis. Fnatic, the best of those 3. All 3 games were relatively close. This will be their biggest test by far.
Jabbi crawling out through Monster. First contact should be ZywOo, but he actually tucks his head down. That could actually maybe come back to haunt the defense. dupreeh falls down. Magisk oversteps Cadian's Mac 10. Very quickly cuts through Apex. dupreeh will put up something, and ZywOo's got Jabbi's back turned. He pops up with the P250 into the AK upgrade. Spinks draws them in. Oh, aim punch though. The bane of his existence. And the woo is going for the 1v3 here. No Kevlar. Seems impossible. But so does ZywOo.
They're both rotating equally as fast. CT's got faster rotations, and yeah, ZywOo doesn't commit to the site, so he'll be here, it feels like, just in time.
Yep.
With no armor?
No armor, but he got the first headshot. He's down to 57 health. They could double peek. And sure enough,
with a nade,
they force him away from the angle.
God
It
damn.
is the 3-0 start.
Yeah, and as good as he is, even if not one of the heroic players are as good as ZywOo, they're all so close that 2v1, you got to give it to him. Well, they try. I saw this tweet that was like, I wish there was more pain to endure so I could grind harder.
I don't like the sounds of that.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, you got the motivation when you haven't got what you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Heroic, they got that major final, but not the major.
Fall final may have felt good, but it's not quite a major.
That made them feel better about the major.
You know what's crazy is contrast the success of Heroic since that finals, but their second place finish, to the Outsiders major win, flop in Abu Dhabi, and almost on the brink of elimination here versus Complexity tonight. You know, Heroic, in hindsight, but the better team.
Well,
but not on that day.
The weird part about that comparison is that Heroic were a better team throughout the year. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But not on that day.
Yeah, that's true.
And they'll never get that back.
Yeah. Hey, no shame losing to Jame.
I feel like coming second in a major would just make me want to, like the point you're making, right? It's
That's
so
the pain.
much more
That's
now,
the pain.
dude. That's the pain.
That makes you want to grind harder.
The pain from Jame.
Yeah.
No Jame, no gain. Apex tucked into the corner here.
Yeah.
We got 40 seconds to that clock. We got a flashbang that finds its mark.
Oh.
ZywOo catching Tesses, but down to a lower bit of health here. 2 kills to ZywOo. Perfect distraction for dupreeh to come out from bank, but then he gets his head ripped clean off, and his Danish counterpart in the Magisk man has to very quickly get up connector, and he will do so very quickly indeed.
Yeah,
He's got the backline compromised. He's not even looking, and he even changes it up going long.
Well, you know what? Since the bomb has been planted, this only gets better and better. So there's, I would say, the best likelihood to get 1 kill. Let's see if Heroic are going to be ready for this. Oh, they both put themselves, wow, doubling up on Optimus. This
Dude, feels like the AUG could shred him. Yes, sir.
I mean, he's not going to read this now.
Nope.
Oh, but he might get the kill. Oh,
But-
what a reaction.
No read needed. Lizard Brain kicks in, and he snaps the crosshair in for the second kill. Opt for ZywOo, saved. Vitality on the board. Magisk, take a bow.
That's beautiful. Pulled out that Deagle clutch on Inferno. The early portion of the half. That was nice. Of all the kills for Shush to not get, that was not the one I was expecting.
One more bullet, and he's dead.
Oh, well done, Magisk.
They're in. But the money's out the window. MP9, FAMAS.
Yeah, both teams coming in broke.
All right, insta-stack.
We're fighting over patty subs here.
That's a start.
Yeah, it's when you put 2 Jamaican beef patties in a hoagie with lettuce, tomatoes, and mayonnaise.
I don't even know the words that are coming out of your mouth. In fact, I might think those are fighting words. The hell did you just call me?
Pancake.
Your mama's a hoagie.
They used to call it a jumpaline until your mama jumped on it.
Magisk ready for another lineup here. AUG, good for the headshot. But Stown is so clean with it. dupreeh goes for the peek off the flash. Almost had a chance, and he's going to lay down his own smoke here. So creates a pocket to play behind, not only to himself, but for Apex to test the edge with the FAMAS. Sphinx, MP9. Oy, oy, oy. Dangerous game here on the fallback. Again, puts a smoke in, decides to take a fight, and Shush nearly toppled, but now he goes from Deeg to MP9. Flash finds the eyes of dupreeh. His head gets shredded by Stown. who still believes somebody's in this smoke, and understandably so. Apex makes sound as he sprints out. Stown reacts faster, and now poor ZywOo 1v4 just wants to save the off.
Oh, they just can't find him. Every time they go look for someone else, someone new appears.
Apex maybe jumping the gun there. Those 2 footsteps he took around the pillar.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Stown reacts to.
No one else swings that wide, it's true.
And Stown is reacting fast. ZywOo.
You can understand why he was confused. Didn't see anyone, and there was one just a couple centimeters away, but those audibles. ZywOo, go defuse. Man, he's really finagled this. Got away with it. Yeah.
Oh, hold on. It's not over just yet.
Oh my God.
They're coming back,
they're
bro.
coming
They figured it out. They can smell him.
What the hell? They just all found his coordinates and launched themselves at him. That
The
Nate
scent
coming in first.
of chocolatine.
Eau de toilette. You think he smells like croissants?
Le pain au chocolat.
I've never smelled ZywOo. Well, he doesn't know for sure if I have or not, but if anybody asks.
Apex understandably frustrated, but
Yes.
he did try to pounce,
Apex, I am not impressed by your performance.
and instead popped. No chance on that one. No chance on this one either. Vitality about to get the brunt of a B hit if Jabbi decides it's time. Seen some pistol pop-offs for Vitality across Inferno and now. Never enough to rob away momentum, but at least enough for us to go, oh, and ooh, which is something. You know, if y'all signed up for the entertainment, you got Corndog and Movin to Salami here to take you guys through this second map.
Zygote on the server, carry the action.
Stick around, come get your slop.
See if we get Spinks or Sponks.
Heroic are going to be smart about it, though. Group themselves back out from connector into short. Listen, the B site is appropriately stacked, but it's also about to be hit by a sea of utility and a boatload of men. Jabbi, first and foremost, make that money, buddy. Stown's going to chop down one, and it's a 5-1 start with no sign of Vitality stopping them.
Yeah, and that's something as well in their new age CS. They just do not like, they don't like pistol saving at all. Sometimes you risk yourself running after pistols who are saving, but they just want to make sure you don't save any guns at all. That's how they get their biggest stomps off. So the buy comes back for Vitality. And it comes back in a good way. ZywOo doesn't have any money for utility. He's somebody I want to have everything. But still, everyone else can support. Stairs player with, there's no one above Spinks right now, so there's a lot of responsibility on him. His rotation upstairs is going to be difficult. But if there's somebody you could trust in this spot, you'd think it'd be Spinks.
There's only half of Shush left over, so an easy mow down. It's this down trade that's just killer at the moment. And it's cool because he had a quiet Inferno, and we talked about all the other individuals stepping up. Well, here's some individuals on the other team that have decided to knock him down a peg. We've got Jabbi pinned against the wall with the deagle.
Oh no.
But a caged animal's a dangerous beast.
Oh, the bomb is here.
Magisk has a chance, but he gets stopped by Jabbi because he is, again, the second highest rated player here in Kato groups. And I don't see a single sign of that stopping anytime soon.
So nasty. He had to hit a hard deagle shot right there. Apex had him locked off. It made sense for him to creep into that angle, but the one bullet deagle to the brain, into the op, pick up into the Magisk, knowing that if he gets that kill, he wins the round. 2 critical moments, both won by a half-health Jabbi, starting off with a deagle. Insane.
Best chance we've seen some Vitality to win a round since that pistol.
Back to a save.
Scout on ZywOo, deagles across, and remember what is, of course, coming in the back half of this map. It's a world-class CT performance expected from Heroic. Man, they may not even need to lean on it. They just blow Vitality out of the water, overpass a map that kind of came into their pool later. First time we saw it, Antwerp. Didn't get to see much. Smoked by the ninjas in pajamas. That was the day Maui Snakes Analyst's career nearly ended. But we chalked it up to him being unlucky. We gave him a second chance. dupreeh will have a second chance to impress us in this series. Very tough start on Inferno, but it wasn't just him. Magisk, Apex, they've all got to get the ball rolling. But at this point, you've got a very hot Heroic on the trot into the B site as well here. AK's testing the water peak. We've got dupreeh up on the wood, but it's all a ruse. They're going to take it into the A site because Shush splatters Magisk inside the A site. Stomps him out.
Yep.
And goes even deeper. Quick scramble out of Vitality to try and test Dumpster, met by a smoke. Desperation really starting to sink in here as it's going to be the 7th terrorist round win for Heroic. Cadians taking angles into bank. Cash in all your chips, folks. Heroic stock at an all-time high.
Inferno was one thing. It was shaping up to be a great match there for a second. And now I'm just waiting for Vitality to win a round so that we can talk about how they could win the next one. But until that happens, I don't even know what their first good idea will be that'll net them a victory.
Right, it was a really good first 5 rounds.
It was.
Come on, Apex. Come on now. They're almost dead. dupreeh finished off the other. There's damage, sure enough. Watch jabbi come and clear the board. Gets away with it. Apex saves the AK. Money in the bank for Vitality, so they could still get an 8-7 half.
Yeah.
It's just got to be flawless from here on out.
There's a thick tree with thick tree bark. And a thick rock. (7-1). This reminds me that this tournament hasn't been favorable to the Brazilian teams.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Losing Furia. No shame losing to IHC, though. Those guys have just been the Grim Reaper of the event, alongside Complexity. Wow.
5 out of the 8 teams from the Rio playoffs have been eliminated so far in Katowice. Na'Vi and Heroic will keep 2 of 8 alive, and Outsiders playing this evening versus Complexity to round off the group stage. That game to be played simultaneously with Na'Vi versus G2. Again, just like this matchup, for a spot straight to the semis.
Yeah, straight to the semis and avoiding G2 phase. And honestly, at this point, wasn't sure if Heroic looked like a title contender. And with this match performance so far, it certainly feels like they are suddenly.
This is obviously a Heroic that has just fallen to Vitality last week for the first time in years.
A year, yeah. Is it more? I thought it was just that full year, but...
I'm just dramatic.
Right. But at least a year, which is already insane.
jabbi's going to get aggressive out through tunnels. We've got a chance for dupreeh, but he's caught by Shush. It looked like he was just about to get to barrels. Could have really been a thorn in the side of the 3 remaining Ts, but every time it looks like they're about to puncture through, Shush picks up the slack, picks it up, and beats them over the head with it. And so Spinks, ambitious on the flank, would have loved to have just found 2 Ts with their backs turned, but little does he realize he's been outplayed.
Oh, like a bunch of sweaty betties. They run upstairs. Plant on the other side of the map while Spinks is still walking around. And now what? I don't even think he was... Is there maybe an AWP that he can grab? I don't know if ZywOo had one, but...
Chuck
that's
to
that.
The wayside. 8-1.
It's just getting easier and easier. Their trades are so fantastic.
That they are.
I mean, that would be the stat, if there's any number for that last match that mattered the most, it was the trades. The multi-frags from individual CTs of Heroic were the reason that they kept Vitality from just rolling over that half, honestly. They had way more chances to buy because they just... Their rifle rounds, man disadvantage, 3K Shush, 3K Tessus, 3K down. And sometimes when they moved as a pack, they would get mowed down as a pack as well. And somehow, it feels like Heroic, appear to do that as well with the amount of players they have coming in. But they're never in a position where they can just get 3K sprayed down. It never happens. And they're all so comfortable in the chaos at cutting things down. I'd say, you know, Vitality, we see a lot of tunnel vision out of them in some rounds, and Heroic are the opposite. They keep the full field in view. Great court vision, you would say.
The open plains of Denmark. That's what Heroic have eyes on. It's a windy place, but Heroic aren't wavering in this first 10 rounds. Pistols up close. Fingers crossed. Vitality can do something here, but flashes, fantastic, and entries, all Shush and Jabbi. I mean, these guys
perfect.
Are the stars of this series.
Yeah, that setup looked phenomenal for the CT side there to stop that attack from coming in. The flashes just flying low and above.
What a rock-solid event out of what is meant to be, you know, your CT side specialists in Shush and Jabbi, the guy who just needs to be a bit better than Refresh. They finished that first map with a 1.52 and 1.49 rating. Jabbi, again, all the way at the top of all the stats.
And he brings in some cool rounds on their Overpass with some of his aggressive lurks.
And whenever a series goes to Vertigo, he just wins the map for them.
Yeah.
You brought in a guy who just wins maps.
Yes.
Or at least one specifically. He's just about to find, you know, the best form of his career.
Yeah, absolutely. No, he's not. He's a lurker, but an aggressive lurker, which is, I don't know. You see the efficacy. He moves rounds along with all of his frags. So, yeah. If there's one thing you can't say about any Heroic player, no one is selfish.
I think that's the Cadian mantra.
And everyone understands what they're good at as well. So
it's a system you have to buy into.
Yeah.
It's a system where Cadian is the captain, and he treats his troops like equal soldiers. He'll die for them, he'll fight for them, he'll motivate them.
They're all on board.
And it's really sick to see Danish Counter-Strike back at the top. It's been some time since the Astralis era, and this is such a different type of CS, a different vision, a different style. It's Denmark reinvented.
I think we're pretty blessed, too, with this prevalent style right now between like G2, Heroic, FaZe. These are all fantastically fun teams to watch as well, and they're also the most winning teams right now.
Oh, they're buying P90s.
Oh, baby. It's P90s. Okay.
Down is buying P90s. We've hit that point. Is this rock bottom? Good. Die. It all gets recovered. It's not the end of days, but we just need to make sure that there's nobody at home inspired to buy P90s. That's a death for the people.
Half the kill reward, and you're slow, and it's ugly, and used to be good.
The reload mechanism's weird.
Nice shot. And that's it.
Just like that, it's over. You know, the one strength of the P90 is it gives you that BM factor that lets you just go running through Monster, jumping around corners. And even though you don't get anything if you're down, your teammates pick up all the space they need at a 10th as well on this T side. 10-1, folks.
This is a paddling.
10-1.
10-1. And I'm just going to look. I mean, we can talk about Vitality needing to play better, but we're also seeing Heroic play the best that they've played so far at this event, looking like it's last year. I mean, they smacked up some teams on this map, actually. I mean, they beat up Complexity 16-8, and that's not a bad Overpass team. If you think it is, you're just probably European and haven't watched the games for what they are, which have been great matches from Complexity, so that's a huge result.
You just hate us.
They beat Evil Z Geniuses 16-2, who they actually lost to, before that as well. FaZe 16-11, Liquid 16-10, NIP 16-4. They have strong wins on this map.
In the series versus Vitality last week, what were the maps played, and was Overpass a part of that?
Actually wasn't. So, Vertigo, Nuke, Mirage. Interestingly enough,
Heroic picking up Nuke in that best of 3, losing the other 2. Wowza.
Wowza.
We got a fast one on our hands thus far. Unless Vitality have something amazing in store for us, it feels like they are simply not the better team today.
We just don't want to see another, CT hold where they're like, get dry swung and lose 50-50. Let's get some trades, Vitality. Let's deny some openings.
Get some action,
There's no front side bathrooms.
Move it forward.
Okay.
Get a double kill out of him. No third, though. Shush right there. Kadian behind them. So evened out as quickly as the advantage was taken, but the bomb has been set on fire. With 30 seconds, Shush could slip in and grab it, but instead, he's waiting, and he gets somewhat blinded, recovers vision, still dies to the ZywOo, and now Jabbi's in a clutch. Little to lose here. Go ahead, my friend. Chains are off. Get crazy, get wild, stun us. No, sir. Not going to happen. dupreeh's going to lock this in. Vitality, they will have a second round at the very least.
Man, we finally get a hold. But a 2K spray down from Spinks, and that's with no utility as well. Like, they were coming to clear him. He was just better right there, but they weren't exactly prepared for an A-site hit to come out. The smoke came in right after his kills, and then Apex dies on the site. But Spinks just had to... Wow. Oh, that was actually a nice shot, though, on Apex. Little flick there from Kadian.
A little tech here at the start.
Might have to restart this one. No one on Vitality at 10 kills yet.
You know what I like about this heroic camp is it's something that I think we have the privilege of seeing when we're at events. And it feels like they really are like a troop, A troop of soldiers on the same page. I remember being back in Rio, and there was a couple days where the weather was awful, and it's just raining. It's horrible outside. There's some fun beach days, and then there was that day.
Torrential downpour.
Everybody's inside the hotel, probably either playing games, in their prac rooms, whatever not.
Little kids playing their video games.
Remember, we leave in the shuttle, and as we're driving down the road along the beach with this stormy day, I see 3-4 dudes in sweaters, matching sweats, running down along the road, and it's heroic.
What are they running from? What are they running from, huh?
They're running from the idea of losing games of Counter-Strike.
They were all wearing the same shoes.
I'm just saying, this is really, a bunch of people on the same page. Human beings with a common goal to maintain world #1, to try and kick off an era in a time where we all say eras are now impossible. They are not perfect, and they know it, but they're also getting better. And they're already ranked Worlds 1.
Not right now, but...
Are they not?
G2, baby.
God damn it.
My
monologue!
Everything you said
My monologue!
is pretty irrelevant now. It doesn't matter. ZywOo goes down on the tray. They take the A site. No one else here. Apex, what you gonna do, baby? Oh!
He's gonna burn out into the fire. Falls to 28 HP.
Oh, he got through it, but there's a bank.
God, he just wants that truck player to move, but Shush is so stoic. Shush, look at him.
He's just bored.
We talked about snails earlier. This guy's a slug stuck to the side of the truck. No reason to move. Eyes in different directions.
What sound would it make if it hit the truck? I regret asking that.
That's a slug sound.
That's a lot. Well...
What?
One player on the site doesn't win his duel. And Apex's, attempt at a fight was something, but it wasn't really, he wasn't really in a spot to, make a meaningful trade happen. So that's basically where the round ends, just the one kill. Here, after the bomb goes down. Tessus isn't even playing full screen. Wait till he starts trying, folks. Wait till he starts trying.
Trying to give him a chance, perhaps. Of course, we talked about how coming into this next map, we needed to see somebody alongside ZywOo and Spinks, but the sad reality of Overpass is now we don't even have ZywOo or Spinks.
Yeah.
Now all 5 of them have the same problem. An inability to perform.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Can't do anything.
Nope. They don't have pills for this problem. Smoke's about to fade in front of Kadian. Little combat op queued up. He's got 2 teammates in front, 2 behind. Shush catches ZywOo. Body stacked inside of Monster. Basically everybody dead, but it does get brought back. Apex gun goes empty. Another chance for Vitality to add a measly 3rd round to the scoreboard before they have to face that coveted CT side. That Heroic.
Oh my god, is he gonna walk through it with the bomb? Oh my god, as they're throwing nades. Okay, he gets caught. Jesus.
A little too excited.
Oh, shush.
He's dead. There it is. Number 3 for Vitality added up. They could still have the best T side they've ever had in store for us.
We were kind of watching that from Heroic's POV, but there were some kills going on from Vitality trading out. Hard to predict these days, though, that they would get them. So at least there's that. Looking for a 4th round in this half. It's too late to get momentum, but it isn't too late to get some dignity.
One to go.
This being their last match before the Spodek. It's a great opportunity to, I mean, even a close loss actually means something, and
yeah, I mean,
they potentially be on the most difficult side of the bracket.
Yeah, all this just really sets the tone for the playoffs, because when we go back to just
what they feel they can do.
We'll go back to the group stage for both these teams. Everybody's talking about Group A as the group of death. G2, FaZe, Na'Vi, Liquid. We go down here, it's like, I think Heroic versus Vitality is what everybody would have expected to be this finals, this upper bracket finals for Group B. Well, that's great, but then we get to really mix Heroic and Vitality in with the best of the best.
Super best.
Of course, one other team getting out of this group as well. That'll be Fnatic. Excuse me. Oops. Sorry.
Too soon.
Complexity. Or Outsiders. Again,
it's a false dichotomy. We know who's qualifying.
Magisk. I like the ambition here to go ahead and take some control outside of Monster. If Heroic could put up a fight, then maybe he would have been stuffed already. He'd love to take a little peek through the fence.
Taking 2 little offies here. Oh, and he can't see him. That chain link fence and the smoke coming up. And will the trades come through? dupreeh. He survives with control of this, so that's great. Now they're coming for him. And they get the duel as well. 4v3 in favor of Heroic here. Round 15. Heavily staffed towards the A site, but not towards Long. Long is such a key position. And they've actually got a tempo right, because they might not expect Long to be a problem in a situation where there was heavy B presence. Oh my god, Apex. Did he just see him?
It's just
And
good.
now they're going to get lurked on from Long.
It's too good. ZywOo's going to try running towards Dumpster. TeSeS shoots him in the back of the head. Everybody's dying all across the map. We've got maybe 4 rounds left, folks, before Heroic could very well lock in that semifinals. Both teams go into the Spodek, but one with a bunch more pride.
Welcome to In Your Head, the show where we ask IGLs to rate other IGLs based on how tilting they are on a scale of nap time to hair loss. How tilting is it to play against Apex?
Apex.
Slide tilt.
No way, that's slide tilt.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we get so tilted by his screaming and stuff.
I think when Apex is playing, he has hair loss.
Apex has hair
Yes.
loss.
I would say he's comfort to play against.
Hair loss, of course, yeah. Total respect, Apex.
Okay, it's not because he's difficult to play against, but I will still put him in hair loss.
And the only reason why I'm putting him there is because he's doing so many crazy moves that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It tells me so much. It's insane.
I think he's very good with momentum.
When he has his momentum, it's really hard to read him and play against him. It's desk and danger, you know.
If you take that away, it gets pretty comfortable.
But sometimes it's really comfort, you know.
He does like stupid moves individually.
We played Mirage against him. We walk underground. For some reason, he just starts jumping behind the smoke in window with a rifle, and he kills 2 people in underground, and it doesn't make any sense. And I'm pretty sure that was hair loss for not only me, but the whole team, so...
Let's say comfort.
Comfortably losing EPL final.
I would go with neutral. I think they always create great game plans, but then we see the game plan in the first couple of minutes of the game pretty much, and then from there on you just hope that ZywOo doesn't kill you.
What about his antics?
I think it's just funny. It's not really tilting me or anything. Like,
I think we get a better Cadian when Apex starts screaming.
Sometimes he's yelling stuff that is fun, and sometimes I hardly understand what he's yelling even. So
we've had a quite comfortable time versus Vitality lately. I would probably put them at maybe even relaxed.
So if it was a mirror matchup and you had to call against yourself, how frustrating would it be?
I hope and think that we are a team that is not too easily read, because I don't think we're doing super crazy, batshit, stupid things.
For 2022, I would say neutral, because we had more bad moments than good moments, to be honest, and I don't think we played that good, except 2 tournaments. We don't want to do the same mistake we've done last year, and I think we've done a lot. That's going to be the key for us to find the balance and to find the success we want.
Some deep self-reflection to end this episode of In Your Head. Thanks for watching.
Both teams qualified and guaranteed for the Spodek, but Heroic definitely setting the tone and the tempo and the expectations of everybody watching as to which of these teams from Group B will contend with the top of the other side of the group stage. And right now it is coming up all Heroic. Unfortunate, of course, after that great showing out of Spinks and ZywOo on Inferno, that we just don't get any individual level from Vitality to compete with the all-Danish roster. A second pistol here for Heroic would truly spell disaster. Vitality, best of luck.
Yeah, they're getting blown away like a paper in the wind right now. We saw that P90 buy-in from Heroic, and it's like, well, if they were trying, what would they have done? Everybody chipping in. Vitality make their way around to Monster. If a pistol ever mattered, it'd be now.
See what they've got in store for us. See if there's any heroic moments left in the tank for the French-Danish Israeli fusion. Headshot out of Shush. This guy just doesn't stop. Him and Jabbi, I swear, unstoppable.
Dude, holy hell.
Over towards Monster Magisk. It's going to be the mandatory 1v3. 9 kills so far on this map. Incredibly quiet series. 2 CTs towards Graffiti. Just take him down. Wasting no bullets at this point.
The high-low setup on the hold. See that team chemistry working out so well. The nose flash is beautiful. I think one's playing anti, and then the other one just does such a great job of delaying. It's like, plus the counter flash comes out, so they had the perfect response. As long as they were deep enough back there in the tunnel, they had time to pull that off. And that is just looking ugly here. This one is going to be mark on the record, you know, to have Overpass, a map that Vitality so far have been good on, just not been tested thoroughly. Maybe a single-digit loss versus Heroic on top of losing this series, potentially.
I think this also, just because of the nature of the win, how lopsided this is, really undermines what Vitality were able to do last week.
Absolutely.
You know, how long did this team wait? Over a year to finally beat Heroic? And I remember seeing the Vitality fans. We finally did it! Guys, we can achieve. Well, back to reality, folks.
Yeah, this game is hard.
But it's not yet over. Cadian, maybe give it a chance to play with his food a little longer. Twirl those noodles. Get saucy. But as dupreeh starts to run away, he sees that as his chance to pull the trigger, and pulling triggers they are. Magisk and Spinks. Deagle kills come through. ZywOo's now been tagged down to 49 HP. Dumpster player. Oh.
Hey.
Ooh. The Deegs have been slick.
They have been.
But there's just been too far and too little in between. So all of a sudden, we've got a little life left. Vitality trying their damnedest, but we've got Shush, the CT specialist, to come swinging around through bathrooms and falls at the hands of ZywOo, the #1 Frenchman in the world. Vitality, it's not pretty, but it's a little more.
Something.
It's a little bit more.
Yeah. Caden was kind of playing with his food there. Waiting, listening for stairs, but then getting deeked out. Nice shot from ZywOo. It's the little victories.
Yes, sir. It's at least a chance to play a T-side here on this second map. At least a chance.
They're always in jeopardy of getting ecoed, though, as far as I'm concerned, based on what we've seen at this point.
Yeah, no doubt. Every one of these half-buys just another chance for Heroic to add to the embarrassment of this outcome. A painful but truthful reality. Vitality have been completely outclassed thus far in this series. Except for the first 5 rounds of Inferno.
Those were nice. I remember those times. What's even going on here? They're finding out about new skyboxes.
Sorry, boys.
Theory crafting on the fly.
Not allowed. Little B-split coming through here for Vitality, or at least it seems so. Utility's going to go first.
One smoke here is going to cause problems.
Ooh,
oh, that's a one-way.
Watch him do it. Watch Shush and Jabbi continue to change the trend. To be the 2 Danes that stun Vitality yet again. 5-7 kills from each thus far. More damage now out of Tesses. Jabbi's going to find that bomb planter. Finishes him off with the tap. Down goes ZywOo. Spinks is killed. And like I said, add to the embarrassment.
Jabbi just on rollerblades, running around the site, shooting 5-7 bullets. Everywhere he goes, he gets a frag. Tragedy.
Loves company.
They had it was his smoke too, so it was a nice setup. The one piece of utility that round, the 2 players in the site, they use it to one way, and Jabbi does the rest. I mean, nicely done, but damn.
They were laughing a round ago. This one hurts. To look across through the frosted window, to see the excitement on Heroic when it just feels like you can do nothing right today.
8 majors in 4 rounds.
Okay. The most important major for this organization upcoming.
Yeah, they're looking to ramp up.
And it feels like their experience in the Spodek and in an arena, you know, this is a Vitality that haven't seen all the stages they could have. So just being in playoffs is an achievement. But I think it's a run that we could have expected when we look at who they beat just to get here. It's not like they had to play IHC. They'll try to get up into the connector control. AK's shattering hopes, dreams, and the little bit of belief that is still in the back of Vitality's mind. It's going to be force buy after force buy. Punishing amounts of pressure coming in through the wall bangs. Connector can't be cleared out without losing 2 players and a bunch of health. They'll have hands on Galil's, but hands off the wheel. They say, ZywOo, take it over. But it doesn't even feel like the Woo can bring back this map. let alone this series. He's going to walk out and die to the MP9 right above him. Shush with the curb stomp. Apex dies right after. Spinks' position is known. It's only 1 kill back to the Vitality favor, and that 1 kill stays that way.
And of course, the investment was there again. Vitality will try potentially for one last time. $2,000 each player. Let's see if they can put up any kind of defense. Or sorry, I mean, they're on the attack. Defending their pride.
There's the angle.
Scary heroic, man.
This bodes really well for them moving forward.
Maybe G2 and FaZe would be equally happy if Vitality won this game. Not having to potentially play them in playoffs. They're going to be a threat.
It's also just a really sick form out of Heroic to go straight to semis, right? If you earn it off of a close match, then people are just waiting to see what more you can do. But this is the type of performance, dismantling Vitality to this degree. Nobody can argue that they don't deserve that quick route to semis, and I think it's going to leave a lot of people, myself included, very excited to see what Heroic can do versus their next opponent. This is a tournament-winning, world-class performance from Heroic. And it's not coming out of Stown being a superstar. It's not Cadian taking over the game with op impact. We are talking about Jabbi and Shush and Tesses all coming in with like career-high forms, round-winning impact, healthy-looking map pool. The win conditions are all coming in for Heroic, and then there's that extra additive in the sense that they're finally winning Series 2-0 versus OG yesterday. The first time since the Rio quarterfinals that they didn't give up a map to their opponent even when they won, and we're talking about teams like Evil Geniuses in that mix. Complexity.
Astralis.
So while Heroic are still winning, everybody here at this event looked at them as if there are still a weakness, a crack in their armor, a reason to doubt that they could go on to win this event, that every time they may find success, it's with a caveat, with an asterisk. Today, it's just Vitality seeing stars, heads spinning as we get to the end of this series on Overpass. Nice deagle out of Magisk, but that is all it is. A single deagle shot and a 16-4 blowout for the Danes as they lock in semifinals in the Spodek and send a shiver down the spine of all other competitors, because this is an event-winning Heroic.
Yeah, absolutely. With FaZe and G2 and all the other great teams waiting in the playoff bracket, there's a new threat on the other side ready to go, and Vitality will be there as well. But right now, it's the...